Real talk
Real solutions with Pam
and Shay.
Let's
spill this tea. Question.
Okay.
I got a question.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of somebody being with somebody for 10 years or more of their life? 10 years or more of their life.
Okay.
And after 10 years, they don't hit you with an engagement ring. Nuh-uh. No, my boy. They hit you with a promise ring. But wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on.
Spill
They don't just
this
hit you with
tea.
the promise ring. They hit you as they walking away with the ring still in the bag that they bought from the store, and they just hit you from behind the back with it like that. Go ahead and take that. As they walking away.
Ain't that nothing?
You open it up and it's a promise ring in it. I mean, I can't make this up. This really happened.
Yeah,
not to me though. But have you ever heard of it?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, we heard of it this weekend. Listen, guys, we went to a podcast event, and someone actually stepped up and said they had been with a mate. Well, no. Their friend stepped up.
Yep.
That's how deep it is.
The friend took it to right. They asked the question.
Like, maybe somebody else can reach her because we can't reach her. The friend went up there and was like telling the story. Been with the person 10 years. After 10 years, they gave him a promise ring. So everybody's like, what? You know, they kind of coming down on her. Are you serious?
They were loud.
Are you serious? So then she says, it ain't me. It's my friend. She looks at the friend like, come on. So the friend comes up and tells us, yes, it's me. I've been with him 10 years, so on. So then they ask her, are y'all still together? She says yes. But she says that she didn't take the promise ring.
She didn't take the promise ring.
Now, come on.
But they're still
together. You didn't take the promise ring, but y'all still together. You took that promise ring. And listen, I wouldn't even be surprised if she took the promise ring and didn't even show no type of being upset or being disappointed. She probably took that ring and acted like she was so happy to have that ring.
Right.
And she probably was happy to have it until she told her friends. And her friends was like, girl, you crazy. But before that, she probably was. She probably went to her friends and was like, girl, let me tell you, this weekend he gave me a promise. She was probably so excited to get that promise ring.
So you know that she's been giving him ultimatums. You know that.
Had to be.
You know she's been putting it out there. We've been together this long. We've been together this long. Now we've been together 10 years. And you ain't even gave me a ring yet.
Yep.
What's this relationship about? Where are we going with this? What you trying to do?
And he knew that all he needed to do was go get a promise ring.
A ring.
He knew. It's something about her and that relationship that made him feel like all he needed to do was go get a promise ring. And how you know that's all he needed to do is because she's still there.
But you know what I was thinking? I was thinking the ring could have been so little. That's why she called it a promise ring. He might have said, hey, this is your engagement ring. I'm hoping that it went that direction.
I doubt that. Because
she called it a
because
promise.
You gotta think, somebody that'll stay in a relationship like that for 10 years and still stay with a person after a promise ring, he didn't have to do none of that. I guarantee you, he told her this is a promise ring.
He got comfortable and she required nothing.
She required nothing.
But this is why you got to pay attention to the warning signs, because things like this really do happen. And it was crazy because her friend spilled this. Her friend spilled the tea for her because she didn't want to talk about it. And then after they challenged her about it, and she said, it wasn't for me, it was for my friend. A friend came up and said, yeah, we've been together for 10 years and he gave me a promise ring, but I didn't take it. But.
And they said, are you still together?
And she said,
yeah.
So, I mean, I'm trying to figure out, are you happy with that? I mean, what kind of relationship?
She's not happy with it, but she's accepting it.
And why?
Because she feels like that's the best she can get.
She feels like this is all like she's worth.
This is her worth to her. This is Girl, what she feels like she's worth, apparently.
You gotta know you worth more than that.
You gotta know.
And then here's the scary thing about it all. She said she was 50.
Oh, she at did that say she was 50. At that say she was 50.
At that big age. A promise ring.
And then check this out, y'all. Before she left, before she ended it, she had the nerve to say or to ask, should they go to counseling?
That broke the ice.
Baby, we was done. Should y'all go to counseling?
I mean,
ain't nothing a counselor can say to y'all that's gonna make that man treat you any different than what he's already treated you, because you didn't start how you wanted to finish. You didn't start how you wanted to finish. You let this man play in your face for 10 years. Ain't nothing a counselor can say to him that's gonna make him treat you any differently at this point. He's too freaking comfortable. He's too freaking comfortable.
But I wouldn't be surprised if he got married on her. Because, see, he was comfortable and she required nothing. But at the end of the day, you know he wanted more. And you know she deserved more. But did she try to get more? No, she didn't.
Well, so what makes you think he wanted more?
Girl, I feel
more
like...
from who? Her?
Right.
You think he wanted more from her? What you mean? Well, go ahead and explain what you mean by wanting more from her.
This is what I'm saying. I'm saying that she should have given him more.
Okay.
She should have required something.
Okay.
And a lot of times men, because you teach people how to love you. You make them know this is all I'm worth. You don't have to do a lot for me. You know, I know you love me by the things you do, by the things you say. So now you get this woman that comes along that requires more, that challenges him, and she gets that man because
he wanted
deep
more.
down inside he wanted more, but he was settling for you because you was making it worth his time, because he could do all the things he wanted to do. He could stay who he was, and you weren't changing, so why not? But I bet you
kind of like staying until something else better comes along.
Oh my God,
that happens so often where the person just stays until something else better comes along. So yes, that makes sense. He probably did want more, but she just wasn't willing to give it, and he just stayed because it was like, why not? I ain't doing nothing else.
Wow,
why not? I mean, she's here. I can do what I want to do. She's going to accept a promise ring after 10 years. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna have to change who I am. I ain't gonna have to better myself. You know, she's who she is, you know, but then she's sitting around asking about counseling, but she's really the person that should be going to counseling. Right. I mean, he needs counseling too, don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is it's time to step out that relationship and you go to counseling and you get help and you figure out your part in the relationship and you figure out what you could have done different and why you're okay with staying with a man for 10 years and just accepting a promise ring.
Yeah, because she came back and said, do you think, we should go to counseling? I mean, she was
serious.
It was like she heard nothing
that they had been saying.
It's like a brick wall.
It was like she heard nothing they had been saying.
Nothing.
And, it just comes down to you got to know your worth.
You got to know
your worth. And that's why we say sometimes you got to take time away from being in relationships and talking to people and getting to know people. Sometimes you got to take time out to get to know you, to figure out what you want, because if you don't, you going to end up in situations just like this. And when you look up, it's been 10 years and you don't know where time done went. You don't know how you got here. You don't know why you staying here. You trying to figure out how you are still, because listen, anytime you in a relationship for 10 years and you get a promise ring, that relationship ain't went nowhere in 10 years.
In 10 years.
In 10 years.
Nothing.
That relationship ain't went nowhere in 10 years.
And nothing has changed it.
Ain't went nowhere in 10 years.
Nothing has changed it.
It couldn't have. If it's grown from the beginning to there in 10 years, where did you start off at?
Girl.
If that's as far as you've gotten in 10 years, where did you start off at?
Girl.
So you've been in a relationship for 10 years just stagnant. Just it ain't went nowhere.
But I'm trying to
listen. In fact, it might have went down. It might have started off better and went down.
But I'm trying to figure out, what is he saying to her? You know, what is he saying that's making her stay?
Nothing.
I'm trying to figure out, I mean, what's special about him?
This right here lets you go ahead and take that. Go ahead and take that. And that lets you know he ain't gotta say nothing. But he ain't gotta say nothing or do much.
But you know, it was how she showed it. Mm-hmm. She said, and what he did was, she said he kind of handed me the bag, but he had his back to me when he handed the bag, and he just kind of threw his hand out. Like that. She said, but I didn't take it.
Yeah. And they said, "Why, you still with him?" Yeah. So even if you didn't take it, you still didn't prove nothing. Like, let's just say she really didn't take it. Let's just say she really didn't take it. I believe she took it, but let's just say she really didn't take it. Let's just say she really didn't take it. What did you prove by not taking it? You didn't go nowhere. You still there. You still don't have an engagement ring. You still ain't married. So what did you prove by not taking it? What did not taking it prove? Listen, only thing you did was let that man take that ring back and get his money. You helped him. You helped him.
You know what? She probably complained about that ring.
She probably did.
She probably said, I deserve. She probably said, I deserve more. Oh, baby, if you deserve more, the only thing you can do is say no, thank you. But this relationship is over.
It should have ended a long time ago. But it didn't.
A long time ago.
But it didn't. So since it didn't, it should have ended that day. Like that day is the day that it should have been forever broken. Like that's the day you should have known that nigga don't care nothing about you. He ain't gonna marry you. He ain't gonna make it long term. He's just pacifying you. That ring was like when a baby's crying, you stick the pacifier in their mouth to shut them up. That ring was the pacifier he stuck in your mouth to shut you up.
To shut you down. Girl, I'm talking about real life stuff. I mean, you can't make this up.
Can't make it up.
I mean, this was something that was really said with sincereness. I mean, and then at the end, she had the nerves to say, because it was kind of like over with, because everybody was just disamazed. They were just so like shocked. Everybody was like, my God. And everybody had started getting them, started walking out. And she was like, do you think we could go to therapy? But she was still wanting more help.
In a situation that's dead.
It was
like after everything she'd been through, after all the stuff I'm sure her friends done said to her, after all the people on that podcast panel done said to her, at the end of all of that, she still wants to make it work.
Girl, that's something else. I don't know. When it comes to your life stories, when it comes to you trying to figure out which way to go, what you're doing, how you're going to get there, this story is really sad. It is. And it's empty. Sad. It's empty because there's no substance there.
No substance.
It's like
on either part.
It's like, what's going on with you? And you know what? It was also toxic as well. He's got to be toxic.
Got to be.
I mean, and then she's putting up with it. So she's settling. Mm-hmm. But honestly, because it was a podcast, all the questions and answers that you might have wanted to ask or get answers to, we don't know the whole story. We don't.
And I'm sure if we knew the whole story, it probably gets worse and worse.
So my question is, do you have kids? Mm-hmm. I mean, really? Mm-hmm. Did you break up and then make up? Mm-hmm. I mean, has it been consistently 10 years? Mm-hmm. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm. What? Because here's the thing.
What?
What is he promising you?
That's what I want to know.
What is he promising you? Do you even know what he's promising? Because, I mean, he could be promising you that he'll forever be your friend. He could be promising you that if you ever need me, I'm here for you. If you ever need anybody to talk, I promise I'll be there for you. I promise you can always pick up the phone and call me.
Right.
So we don't really know what he was promising you.
Right.
Because in his head, it could have meant something totally different. So do you even really know what he was promising you? Because after 10 years, he couldn't have been promising much. He couldn't, because he ain't gave you nothing. So what he gonna promise you? Because he ain't gave you much. Come on now, you 50 years old. Listen, at the age of 50, a promise ring should be a non-existent factor.
A non-existent.
A non-existing factor. At the age of 50, a promise ring should be a non-freaking existing factor. It shouldn't even cross your mind at the age of 50.
Right.
The only thing you should be working toward is I do. A wedding, a marriage. Like, that's what you should be working toward. So the fact that he gave you a promise ring at the age of 50 and after 10 years, if you need more than that, I don't know what more person can do to get you to understand that it ain't going nowhere. You wasting your time. You wasting your time. The red flags is flashing everywhere. The red flags is going off. I mean, I don't know how much louder it can be. What, you need a bullhorn? I mean, you need a bullhorn to come out.
But you know what?
Like, what?
You know what? We're laughing at it, but we're laughing with her. You know, because this is a serious conversation. This is something that should really, really open her eyes up. It should open her eyes up to, why have I been here for 10 years? And why did I only get a promise ring? What is he promising me?
Mm-hmm.
What can he do for me?
Mm-hmm.
What does he want to do for me? Does he even care about me? Does he even love me? I mean, those are questions you should ask yourself, but you already know the answer to the question. So why are you asking the question?
So why are you asking?
You already know the answers to the questions.
That's why y'all at that mic. That's why y'all at that mic.
But you know what? The reality of this is, this woman has no self-worth. Yeah. She has no values. She doesn't even look at herself as a person that deserves to be loved. Now, if this is love to her, if this is something she's lived without throughout her life, if this is something she's seen, if this is something that has been a part of her life and has made her feel like it's normal, that's the only thing I can come up with. Because a lot of times, this is a copycat generation. It's a microwave generation. Okay. But at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, 10 years of my life with this man, and the only thing that he can give me is a promise ring. What? Girl, wake up.
Wake up.
Look at the warning signs. Do yourself a favor. I mean, you don't even have to have a conversation with him. You could just walk out. Because what's a conversation going to do?
What is it going to do?
What's it going to change?
What's it going to do? Therapy ain't going to help. A conversation ain't going to help. I'm sure in 10 years, y'all done have plenty of those. And if he's hitting you with a promise ring, it ain't changed. He ain't changed.
But here's my thing. Is he even worth it? I mean, what could he bring to the relationship to make you stay? I mean, come on.
What could he be bringing?
At the end of the day, what's really going on?
What's really going on?
I mean, your friends are concerned about you. She came up and asked a question for you. I mean, this is something where, they were asking her questions and she was answering them like, how long have you been with him? 10 years. Did you take the promise ring? It was like nothing that was said to her even bothered her.
It didn't even register.
It didn't. It didn't register. It didn't shake her up in no kind of way, because she came back and said, do you think if we went to start therapy, that would help?
Now, if he was to move on,
girl,
what you think she would do?
I think it would be pretty bad for her. I think she would be very upset. And see, it's got to be a toxic relationship, because he gave her a promise ring. And they've been together for 10 years, and she's been putting up with, I bet you, a whole bunch of stuff.
The promise ring probably is just a tip, just a tip of the ice.
It's got to be a toxic
everything he's been putting her through, and I would say that she's been putting him through. I think both of them is probably putting each other through who knows what, because both of them have no self-worth. He don't have it, she don't have it. They just in a relationship, just living.
Now, if they could have been two people that have cheated on each other and still stayed together. I'm serious about this. 10 years is a long time, and 50 is a big age. Now you've got to look at her age, and you've got to look at how long they've been talking. So it's been a lot of stuff going on.
A lot. In 10
I mean, in
years,
10 years, girl. And you know what? It's really a questionable conversation, because what really made you stay with this man? What do you like about him?
Right.
I mean, what's really going on? I mean, because there was a podcast, you couldn't ask all those questions, but those questions would be very important. But if I had to talk to her, because I am a relationship coach, and Shay is too.
Yes.
And we do attend things like this, and it's interesting to find out what's really going on, and how much of what's going on is out there. So, I mean, she wasn't even paying attention to any of that stuff.
But here's the thing. You couldn't even coach her.
That's what I'm saying.
Because she's so stuck in it. You couldn't even coach her. That's why I said she would have to do it by herself. Because doing it with him, ain't neither one of them gonna get nowhere. Because they are both just stuck in something.
Now she would have
both stuck in something.
Yeah, she would have to go see a therapist.
I feel like he's stuck.
She would have to go see a therapist.
He's just settling.
Right. She would have to go see a therapist, because this started a
agree.
long time ago.
I agree.
This started.
This is something. This got to be something going back to childhood.
This is
something she's seen her parents go through. Do something.
Right.
Something. Right. This. It's. I agree. It's definitely deeper than coaching. It's definitely more of a therapy type thing. Right. Because I really don't think she could be coached, and I wouldn't even want to see them do coaching or therapy as a couple. I want to see them do it as individuals.
They were
working on themselves like individuals.
Right, individual. But they would have.
I think that's the only thing that's going to
right. But they would have to put the work in. It would be a waste of your time if they didn't put the work in.
It would be,
because when you start going to therapy, and you start talking to relationship coaches, you have to be honest, and you have to know that you want the help, and you have to do whatever assignments they give you to do, and you have to really
work on yourself,
right?
Because you're there to fix yourself. You're there to work on yourself. You're there to figure it out.
But this particular person, I think she wanted validation. I think she really wanted somebody to talk to her and make it be okay. But this is the solution to you getting an engagement ring, because she just was not accepting that promise ring. She just wasn't gonna do it. But she never even said, he didn't give me an engagement ring. He didn't give me a wedding. She didn't say any of that.
But I beg to differ. I feel like she did accept the promise ring, because she's
right.
Whether listen, even if you didn't take it and put it on your finger, you accepted it because you stayed. What did you accomplish by not taking the ring? He don't care. He do not care that you didn't take that ring. He do not care. He glad you didn't take it. You know why? Because now he can take that receipt. He can return it. He can get his money back. And y'all going to continue doing what y'all was doing. He do not care that you didn't take that ring, girl.
But she took that ring.
Yeah, I promise. I think she took that.
Because if I believe anything, I believe she compromises with him all the time.
All the time.
I believe she does stuff to please to please him. And I'm not saying he doesn't do stuff to please her. I'm not saying that they didn't have some type of
something
understanding between the two of them, but they weren't in a relationship. I just don't believe they were.
And I believe both of them are settling. I believe he is settling, and I believe she is settling. I believe both of them are just kind of settling in the relationship, And especially after 10 years now, it's just a comfortability thing until something else better comes along. Because, age don't matter. People meet people at 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, get married, so something else still better can come along for them. But unfortunately, until they do the work, they ain't even going to see it.
But I tell you what they
ain't even going to see when somebody else better comes along.
But I tell you what they will find out, that they're not right for each other. I bet you $1 million they're not right for each other, because who's feeding who, and who's believing it? I mean, if I can tell you anything and you will accept it, then why do I need to do more? I mean, because people grow together and they grow up together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, I mean, you got to have balance.
You do.
You got to have leadership.
Mm.
You got to have a conversation that's worth having.
Mm.
I mean, the relationship has to exist with substance.
Mm-hmm.
And what little we know, there was no substance there. And that promise ring said a lot.
Said a lot. It
Girl.
That promise ring said everything she needed to know.
Everything.
And the fact that she stayed after that is freaking mesmerizing. I can't.
I just don't think I would have had a conversation. I think I would have said, dude, it's been real, but I gotta go. It's been 10 years.
But he did like this and I would have did like this. Peace. Cause baby, I'm out. Like, no, I am.
No, thank you. Been there, done that. It's not working for me. But this is why you gotta pay attention to those warning signs. You gotta pay attention to those red flags, because people get stuck. I don't know if they get stuck for 10 years.
No, they definitely get stuck for 10 years. Oh. It's people that's been married for 20, 30, 40 years and they're just stuck.
Right.
And that's why a lot of times you get, like, when the kids leave, they end. You know,
right. That is
stuff
true.
Like that
is true. Yeah, it
goes
on.
It goes on
all the time.
People staying in stuff that they're just stuck in.
Right.
You know, it goes on all the time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so in situations like this, you do need to go see a therapist.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to go see the therapist. And he needs to go see the therapist.
Yeah.
As individuals.
Mm-hmm.
And try to figure out what's right for you.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? They playing in each other's face.
Ooh.
I know they playing in each other's face.
Just playing. Having a good old time in each other's face.
And then to say that that's a relationship?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm scared for her. I am very scared for her. And I wish somebody would have said, yeah, you need to go get therapy for yourself.
Yeah.
You need to figure it out for yourself, because this is crazy.
This is crazy.
This is some craziness.
Mm-hmm.
And I beg the difference. I don't like to say what I would or wouldn't do.
Yeah.
I just like to say at this time I don't know what I would do. But in this situation, I know I wouldn't stay 10 years.
I know. Like, in this situation, I can honestly say, at least at this point of my life,
10 years.
I'm not even 50, and I know at my age right now, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it because it's not going nowhere.
No.
Like, if I still had been there, I'm telling you, baby, that ring would have said it all for me. That ring would have said it all for me.
Wow.
That ring would have said it all for me. That ring should have been any questions that you had. That ring should have just answered every question you ever had.
It should have.
But that right there, has let him know, like, he pretty much can get away with whatever. You ain't going nowhere. That let him know he pretty much, if he ain't already.
Right.
That let him know he pretty much can get away with whatever, and you ain't going nowhere.
No. You're not going anywhere.
Mm-mm.
So I just like to say, I hope for her sake that she took something away from that conversation. I hope that it changed her mind.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it will take her to go see a therapist. I hope that
for herself.
Yes.
By herself.
For herself.
Because she definitely needs it. Because she's got to learn
She needs to release that relationship.
Yes. She
needs to let it go. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've heard letting go is hard, but that's a lot.
I mean, I've heard it. I know it to be true because I went through it.
Right.
You know, I definitely went through a relationship that was hard to let go of. Right. And I stayed way longer than I should have. I definitely did. And I definitely had to put in the work afterwards, you know, to get myself together so I wouldn't go back through that again.
Right.
You know, you got to put the work in. And I realized I had to know my worth, because if I don't know it, why would he?
Right. And me too. I've stayed too long in some relationships, but what I was saying was, I've heard letting go was hard. But I don't even think it's about letting go for her.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's about what can I do to make it work. I don't think letting go is even in her mind. That's what I'm saying. That's not even a question for her. I think she just really wants to make it work.
She do. So she's hoping that one day that promise ring will turn into an engagement ring.
Right.
And then one day that engagement ring will turn into a wedding ring.
Right.
And then one day that it'll be a wedding. And, you know, she'll live happily ever after. And he'll finally know her worth. And he'll finally want her as bad as she wants him. And they'll just live happily ever after. But I'm sorry to say, it ain't going to happen.
Right.
It is probably what happened for him, but it just won't be for her.
Right. And it was a mind-boggling situation for us to even hear. I mean, it was a lot.
It was.
But at the end of the day, it's happening every day and all the time.
Every day, all the time, it happens. We can't make this up.
We can't make it up.
It happens.
We cannot make it up.
It happens.
And we're not making it up. So we've spilled this tea. And remember, if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything.
And we will see you guys next Friday.
Have a great day.